Many people want to lead others. They want to manage a team. They want to guide a company. They want to control their own life. But they forget one important thing. If you cannot lead yourself, you will never lead anything else. You may have big goals. You may have strong ambition. But if you cannot control your thoughts, emotions, habits, and discipline, sooner or later, circumstances will control you instead of you controlling your life. The outside world is not against you. It only reflects who you are on the inside. That is why, today, we are not talking about outside success. We are talking about leading yourself first. Welcome back to Fluent English with Radio. In this video, you will understand why self-leadership is the foundation of every career, every relationship, and every valuable life. And you will learn 12 core lessons to start mastering yourself day by day, decision by decision. Part 1. Why you must lead yourself first. First, the outside world is a mirror of your inside world. Think about this carefully. You cannot have a brilliant career if inside you are a complete mess. Every outside result, like money, position, respect, is just the shadow of who you are. If you want to change the shadow, you must change the object, which is yourself. Many people chase success. They work harder. They study more strategies. They copy what successful people do. But they ignore the most important thing, who they are becoming inside. A confused mind will create confused results. A weak character will create weak outcomes. If your inner world is full of fear, doubt, and chaos, your outer world will reflect that same energy back to you. You cannot build a strong house on a weak foundation. In the same way, you cannot build a successful life on a weak character. When you fail to lead yourself, including your thoughts, emotions, and daily choices, circumstances will take control instead. You become like a leaf in the wind, drifting wherever life pushes you, never truly choosing your own direction. Secondly, there is a powerful law called the law of attraction. Jim Rohn, a great teacher of personal development, said something very important. Success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person you become. Think about trying to catch a butterfly. If you chase it, the butterfly will fly away. But if you build a beautiful garden, the butterfly will come to you naturally. Leading yourself is the work of building that garden. Most people try to chase success. They chase money. They chase opportunities. They chase recognition. But success does not come to people who chase it. Success comes to people who have built themselves into someone worthy of success. When you develop yourself and become disciplined, skilled, reliable, and valuable, opportunities will naturally come to you. Good people will want to work with you, and challenges will feel easier because you are stronger than before. You do not need to chase or beg for success. Success is drawn to the person you have become. Thirdly, the difference is in the sail, not in the wind. Economic winds blow for everyone. Political difficulties affect everyone. Hard times come to all people. So, why do some people succeed while others fail? Why do some people move forward while others sink? The difference is not in the wind. The wind is the same for everyone. The difference is in how each person sets their sail. In life, you cannot control the wind. You cannot control the economy. You cannot control what other people do. You cannot control all the circumstances around you. but you can control your sale. You can control your response. You can control your attitude, your effort, and your choices. So here is the truth. Before you try to lead anyone else, you must learn to lead yourself. Before you try to change the world, you must learn to change yourself. Before you demand discipline from others, you must practice discipline on yourself. Self-leadership is not the easy path, but it is the only path that leads somewhere worth going. Part 2. 12 Lessons to Master Your Life. Lesson 1. Work harder on yourself than on your job. When you work for a company, you earn money to make a living. When you work on yourself, you build the skills to make a fortune. Most people spend 40 hours per week building someone else's dream. They work hard for their boss, for their company, for their customers. This is good and necessary. Work is honorable. But here is the question: how many hours per week do you spend building yourself? Your job will give you a paycheck, but your personal development will give you options. Your job will pay your bills this month, but your skills will pay your bills for the rest of your life. Think about it this way. Your job is renting your time and skills to someone else. But when you develop yourself, you are increasing the value of what you rent. A doctor earns more than a worker, not because doctors work harder, but because doctors invested years developing valuable skills. Jim Rohn taught this lesson powerfully. He said that when he was young, he worked hard at his job. He arrived early, he stayed late. But he was still poor. Then his mentor told him, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. That advice changed his life. He realized that his job would make him a living, but personal development would make him a fortune. So he started spending at least 30 minutes every day reading, learning, and growing, not for his job, for himself. This is your action step. Dedicate at least 30 minutes each day to upgrading yourself. Read books that challenge your thinking. Learn skills that expand your value. Study subjects that have nothing to do with your current job, but everything to do with your future success. Think of yourself as software. Your job runs on you. But if you never update your software, you will become outdated. 30 minutes a day is not much. But over 10 years, that is more than 1,800 hours of personal development. That is a university education given to yourself, by yourself. Most people will not do this. They will say they are too busy. They will say they are too tired after work. But this is exactly why most people stay average. Champions are not born. Champions are built through daily discipline in the hours when no one is watching. Lesson 2. Guard your mind. Your mind is like very fertile soil. It grows whatever is planted in it, whether flower seeds or poison seeds. If you do not choose to plant flowers, weeds will grow on their own. Everything you read, watch, listen to, and think about is planting seeds in your mind. Good information plants good seeds. Negative information plants destructive seeds, and you become the garden that grows from those seeds. This is not a small matter. Your thoughts create your feelings. Your feelings influence your actions. Your actions determine your results. So if you want to change your results, you must start by changing what enters your mind. Most people are careless with their minds. They watch any news. They listen to negative people. They scroll through social media filled with complaints, anger, and fear. Then they wonder why they feel anxious and unhappy. You would never eat rotten food and expect to feel healthy. Why would you consume rotten information and expect to feel motivated? The truth is, you cannot think positive thoughts while consuming negative content. You cannot build a strong character while surrounding yourself with weak influences. Your mind will become what you feed it most often. Jim Rohn said, "Stand guard at the door of your mind." This means you must become very selective about what you allow inside. Not all information deserves your attention. Not all opinions deserve your consideration. Your mind is valuable. Protect it like you would protect your home. Immediately unfollow, unsubscribe from, and avoid any source of information that makes you feel worse about yourself or the world. This includes negative news, toxic people, and pointless entertainment. Replace those sources with books, podcasts, and people that inspire you to grow. Spend your mental energy on ideas that build you up, not tear you down. Some people will say this is hiding from reality, but they are wrong. Reality includes both good and bad. You are simply choosing to focus on the good and the solutions instead of the problems and the complaints. This focus does not make you naive, it makes you powerful. What goes into your mind comes out in your life. Guard your mind carefully, and your life will reflect that care. Lesson 3. Choose the pain of discipline. Life offers you two kinds of pain. You must carry one of them. The first pain is the pain of discipline. It weighs only a few grams. It is the small discomfort of doing what you should do even when you do not feel like doing it. It is waking up early when your bed is warm. It is eating healthy food when junk food looks delicious. It is working on your goals when everyone else is relaxing. The second pain is the pain of regret. It weighs tons. It is the crushing weight of knowing you could have done better, but you chose comfort instead. It is looking back at wasted years and lost opportunities. It is the pain of becoming old and realizing you never became who you could have been. You will carry one of these pains. You cannot avoid both. The question is, which pain will you choose? Discipline is uncomfortable in the moment but rewarding in the long run. Regret is comfortable in the moment but devastating in the long run. Think about going to the gym. When your alarm rings at 6 in the morning, your bed feels perfect. Getting up feels painful. Driving to the gym feels like a sacrifice. The workout feels hard. That is the pain of discipline. But after 3 months, you look in the mirror and see a stronger, healthier body. You feel more energy. You feel more confidence. The pain of discipline has given you a gift. Now imagine the opposite. You hit the snooze button. You skip the gym. You choose comfort over discipline. That morning, you feel no pain. But after 3 months, you look in the mirror and feel disappointed. Your health is worse. Your energy is lower. Your self-respect has decreased. That is the pain of regret. The pain of discipline lasts for a moment. The pain of regret lasts forever. Choose one habit that is difficult but good for you. Maybe it is waking up early. Maybe it is exercising. Maybe it is saving money instead of spending it. Maybe it is working on your business instead of watching television. Commit to this habit. Accept the discomfort. Do not negotiate with yourself. Do not make excuses. Feel the pain of discipline and know that you are building a future you will be proud of. Weak people run from discomfort. Strong people run toward it, knowing that all growth happens outside the comfort zone. Lesson 4. Accept total responsibility. Do not blame winter for being cold. Winter has happened for 6,000 years. It will not change for you. A mature person does not complain about the weather. A mature person learns to dress warmer. This is one of the most difficult lessons in self-leadership. You are responsible for your life, not your parents, not your boss, not the government, not the economy. It's you. Yes, bad things happen. Yes, life is unfair sometimes. Yes, other people make mistakes that affect you. But blaming them does not help you. Complaining does not change your situation. Only taking responsibility gives you power. When you blame others, you give away your power. You become a victim. Victims wait for others to fix their problems. Victims wait for circumstances to improve. Victims spend years waiting and never moving forward. When you take responsibility, you take back your power. You stop waiting for rescue. You start creating solutions. You ask the only question that matters: what can I do differently to get better results? Jim Rohn told a story about this. He said that when he was young and struggling, he complained about his job, his income, and his life. Then his mentor asked him, "If you do not like how things are, whose fault is it?" Jim wanted to blame his boss, the economy, and his circumstances, but his mentor stopped him and said, "It is your fault, and that is good news. Because if it is your fault, then you have the power to change it." That moment changed everything for Jim. He realized that as long as he blamed others, he stayed stuck. But when he accepted responsibility, he became free to improve. So make a rule for yourself. Absolutely no complaining. 0. When something goes wrong, you are not allowed to complain, blame, or make excuses. Instead, ask yourself, what could I have done differently? What can I learn from this? What will I do better next time? This shift in thinking will transform your life. Because when you stop blaming, you start learning. When you stop complaining, you start solving. When you accept total responsibility, you become unstoppable. Life will throw challenges at you, but remember, the same fire that melts butter also hardens steel. Circumstances do not make you. They reveal you, and when you take full responsibility, you reveal yourself as someone who refuses to be a victim. Lesson 5. Adopt the ant philosophy. Nature is full of teachers. One of the best teachers is the ant. Watch ants carefully, and you will see 3 powerful lessons. First, ants never quit. When an obstacle appears, an ant does not stop to cry or complain. It does not waste time arguing about how unfair the obstacle is. Instead, it immediately looks for another path. It tries to go over it, under it, or around it. If one way fails, it tries another, then another, and another. The ant keeps moving forward until it finds a solution or until it no longer has the strength to move. Second, ants think ahead. In summer, when food is abundant, ants do not relax and party. They work harder. They gather food. They prepare for winter. They know that summer will not last forever. They know hard times will come. So they prepare during the good times for the inevitable bad times. Third, ants do their best. An ant does not do the minimum required to survive. An ant works at full capacity all summer. It carries loads much heavier than its body weight. It does not ask, "How little can I do?" It asks, "How much can I carry?" Now apply these 3 lessons to your life. Never quit. When you face an obstacle, do not stop. Find another way. If your business fails, start another one. If someone rejects you, find someone else. If one door closes, kick down another door. Successful people are not smarter than others. They are just more persistent. They tried more times. They refused to quit when others gave up. Think ahead. Save money when you earn it. Learn skills before you need them. Build relationships before you need help. Prepare for problems before problems arrive. Most people spend everything they earn during good times, then panic during bad times. Be like the ant. Use your summer to prepare for your winter. Do your best. Give 100%, not because someone is watching, but because that is who you are. Do not do just enough to avoid getting fired. Do enough to make yourself proud. Excellence is not a special act. Excellence is a habit. And that habit starts with doing your best even when it does not seem to matter. Now look at your current situation. Are you acting like an ant or like a grasshopper? Grasshoppers play all summer and then beg for help during winter. Ants work all summer and survive winter comfortably. Build your emergency fund. Learn new skills. Work at full capacity. Never give up when things get hard. Adopt the ant philosophy, and you will thrive in any season. Lesson 6. Prune your social circle. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This is not just a clever saying. This is reality. Your friends shape your thoughts, your habits, and your future. Show me your friends, and I will show you your future. Think about it. If your 5 closest friends are broke, you will probably be broke. If your 5 closest friends complain constantly, you will probably complain constantly. If your 5 closest friends have no ambition, you will probably lose your ambition. Why? Because humans are social creatures. We adapt to our environment. We copy the people around us, often without realizing it. Their standards become our standards. Their habits become our habits. Their limitations become our limitations. You cannot fly with eagles if you continue walking with ducks. Ducks are not bad, they are just earthbound. If you want to soar, you need to be around people who challenge you to reach higher. This does not mean you should abandon your old friends cruelly. It means you should be honest about who helps you grow and who holds you back. Some relationships make you better. Some relationships make you bitter. You must be wise enough to know the difference. Negative people will drain your energy. They will criticize your dreams. They will celebrate your failures more than your successes. They will give you 1,000 reasons why something will not work instead of helping you find one way it might work. Positive, ambitious people will energize you. They will challenge your limits. They will celebrate your victories and push you to achieve more. They will believe in possibilities instead of limitations. Evaluate your social circle honestly. Who are the 5 people you spend the most time with? Are they pushing you forward or pulling you backward? You must have the courage to reduce time with negative people, even if they have been your friends for years. and you must have the initiative to find environments where better people gather, conferences, masterminds, courses, clubs focused on growth. This might feel difficult. Changing your social circle feels like betraying old friends. But remember that you are not leaving them because you think you are better than them. You are changing your environment because you are committed to becoming better than you are now. Lesson 7. Master the boring fundamentals. Success has no big secret. It has no magic formula. It has no shortcut hidden from most people. Success is simply doing basic, simple disciplines every single day. That is all. Eat healthy food. Get enough sleep. Exercise regularly. Keep your promises. Show up on time. Do what you said you would do. Be honest. Work hard. Save money. Read books. Learn continuously. These are boring fundamentals. There is nothing exciting about them. You will not get applause for brushing your teeth or going to bed on time. But these simple disciplines, repeated every day, create extraordinary results over time. The problem is that simple disciplines are easy to do, but they are also easy not to do. Eating one healthy meal will not make you fit. But eating healthy every day for a year will transform your body. Reading 10 pages will not make you wise, but reading 10 pages every day for 10 years will make you brilliant. Most people fail not because they do not know what to do. They fail because they do not do what they know. They are searching for secrets, shortcuts, and special strategies while ignoring the boring basics that actually work. Skipping your workout today will not ruin you, but skipping workouts for 10 years will destroy your health. Spending a little more than you earn this month will not bankrupt you, but spending more than you earn every month for 10 years will bury you in debt. Failure is not one big collapse. Failure is the accumulation of small, repeated errors. In the same way, success is not one big breakthrough. Success is the accumulation of small, repeated disciplines. Stop looking for shortcuts. Stop searching for hacks and tricks. Instead, identify the basic fundamentals of success in your field and commit to doing them excellently every single day. The fundamentals are boring, but champions master the boring fundamentals. Average people look for exciting secrets. Champions perfect the basics. Lesson 8. Keep a personal journal. Do not trust your memory. Memory is unreliable. You forget most of what happens to you. A life worth living is a life worth recording. The lessons you do not write down will be forgotten. The insights you do not capture will disappear. A journal is not a diary where you write about your feelings. A journal is a tool for collecting wisdom from your experiences. It is where you harvest the lessons from your days and turn them into permanent knowledge. Every day gives you dozens of small lessons. You have conversations that teach you something. You make mistakes that show you what not to do. You observe people who demonstrate what works and what does not work. You read something that sparks an idea. But if you do not write these lessons down, they evaporate. Tomorrow comes with new experiences, and you forget yesterday's insights. After 10 years, you have lived 10 years, but you have gained only 1 year of wisdom because you never captured the other 9 years of lessons. Successful people are not successful because they never make mistakes. They are successful because they learn from their mistakes and never make the same mistake twice. How? They write down what they learn. Every evening, take 5 to 10 minutes to write down the lessons you learned that day. What went well? Why did it go well? What can you do more of? What went badly? Why did it go badly? What will you do differently next time? Do not write long paragraphs. Write bullet points. Keep it simple. The goal is not beautiful writing. The goal is capturing wisdom before it escapes. After 1 year, you will have 365 days of lessons. After 10 years, you will have a university education given to yourself by yourself. You will have a book of wisdom that is specifically designed for your life, your challenges, and your journey. Your past becomes an asset only when you learn from it. A journal is the tool that transforms your past into wisdom. Lesson 9. Wish for more skills, not fewer problems. Most people pray for an easier life. They wish their problems would disappear. They hope circumstances will improve, but this is a weak prayer. This is the prayer of someone who wants to stay small. Here is a better prayer. Please make me more capable. Do not wish for fewer problems. Wish for more skills to handle problems. Why? Because problems will never stop. Life will always give you challenges. If you become rich, you will have rich people problems. If you become famous, you will have famous people problems. If you build a business, you will have business problems. Problems change, but they never disappear. The question is not whether you will face problems. The question is whether you will grow strong enough to handle them. A small person faces small problems and feels overwhelmed. A big person faces big problems and feels capable. The difference is not in the size of the problems. The difference is in the size of the person. Every problem you face is actually a training session. It is life forcing you to develop new skills. It is pushing you to become stronger, wiser, and more capable. Think about lifting weights. When you lift a heavy weight, your muscles feel pain. That pain is your muscles being forced to grow stronger. If you only lifted light weights, your muscles would stay weak. You need heavy weights to force growth. Problems are heavy weights for your character. They force you to develop courage, creativity, patience, and resilience. Without problems, you would stay weak. Jim Rohn taught this powerfully. He said, "Do not wish it was easier, wish you were better." Do not wish for fewer problems. Wish for more skills. Do not wish for less challenge. Wish for more wisdom. When something difficult happens, do not say, "Why is this happening to me?" That is victim thinking. Instead say, "What is this teaching me? What skill am I developing by handling this? How am I becoming stronger through this challenge?" This shift in attitude transforms problems from enemies into teachers. You stop avoiding difficulties and start welcoming them as opportunities for growth. Smooth seas never made a skilled sailor. Easy lives never made strong people. If you want to become great, you need to face challenges that force you to grow. So stop wishing for an easier life. Start building a more capable you. Lesson 10. Deliver massive value. You are not paid for your time. You are paid for the value you deliver in that time. 2 people can work 8 hours in a day. One person earns minimum wage. The other person earns 10 times more. Why? Both worked the same hours. The difference is the value they delivered. A doctor earns more than a grocery clerk, not because doctors work harder or longer hours, but because doctors deliver more value. They solve more expensive problems. They have more valuable skills. If you want to earn more, you must deliver more value. If you want better opportunities, you must become more valuable. But here is the secret most people miss. To deliver massive value, you must give more than you are paid for. You must over-deliver. Most people do the opposite. They try to give as little as possible while taking as much as possible. They do the minimum required to not get fired while demanding the maximum salary they can negotiate. This strategy keeps people poor. Rich and successful people became rich and successful by giving more value than anyone else. They under-promised and over-delivered. They served their customers better than their competitors. They went beyond what was expected. This is not about working for free. This is about building a reputation as someone who delivers exceptional value. When you consistently give more than expected, opportunities chase you instead of you chasing opportunities. So how do you bring more value, become excellent at serving others, solve their problems better than anyone else, make their lives easier, make their businesses more profitable, save them time, save them money, give them results? In your current position, always do more than you are paid to do. If you are asked to complete 10 tasks, complete 12. If you are expected to arrive on time, arrive early. If you are paid to give good service, give exceptional service. Some people will say this is unfair. They will say, "Why should I do more when I am not paid more?" But they misunderstand how wealth works. You are not doing more for your current employer. You are doing more for yourself. You are building the habits and reputation that will make you wealthy. You are training yourself to be someone worth paying more. Become the best server in your field. Deliver so much value that people feel guilty not paying you more. When you consistently over-deliver, raises, promotions, and better opportunities will naturally come to you. Lesson 11. Keep your promises to yourself. If you cannot keep promises to yourself, you will spend your entire life working for people who can. Self-respect comes from doing what you said you would do. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, your self-respect increases. Every time you break a promise to yourself, your self-respect decreases. Most people make promises to themselves easily and break them just as easily. I will wake up at 5 tomorrow. But when the alarm rings, they hit snooze. I will go to the gym today. But when the time comes, they find excuses. I will save money this month. But when they see something they want, they buy it anyway. Think about this. If a friend promised to meet you and broke that promise 10 times, would you trust that friend? No. You would stop believing their words. You would know their promises mean nothing. You do the same thing to yourself. When you break promises to yourself repeatedly, you stop believing your own words. When you say, "I will start tomorrow," you do not believe yourself because you have heard that lie from yourself 100 times before. This creates a terrible cycle. You lose trust in yourself, so you feel powerless. You feel powerless, so you stop setting goals. You stop setting goals, so you never improve. You never improve, so your life stays stuck. The way to break this cycle is simple but difficult. Keep your promises to yourself. No exceptions. No negotiations. No excuses. Make one small promise to yourself today. Make it so small that there's absolutely no excuse for breaking it. Then keep it. Do this every day. Keep small promises perfectly for 30 days. If you say you will wake up at 5 a.m., then wake up at 5 a.m. If you say you will read 1 page, then read 1 page. No compromise. After 30 days, you will notice something powerful. Your self-respect will increase. Your confidence will grow. You will start to believe yourself again, and when you believe yourself, you become capable of achieving anything. Lesson 12. Design a life, not just a career. Success without happiness is failure. Many people climb the ladder of success only to discover it was leaning against the wrong wall. They achieve their career goals but lose their health, their relationships, and their peace of mind. What is the point of being rich if you are sick? What is the point of being successful if you are miserable? What is the point of achieving your goals if you hate your life? This is why you must learn to live well, not just work well. Living well is an art, and like any art, it must be studied and practiced. Most people spend enormous time planning their career. They set professional goals. They create business strategies. They schedule their work carefully, but they spend zero time planning their life. They leave happiness to chance. They assume joy will just happen automatically. It does not work that way. If you do not plan for happiness, work will consume everything. Work expands to fill all available time. If you do not protect time for joy, relationships, health, and meaning, work will take it all. You must design your life intentionally. This means scheduling time for the things that make life worth living and protecting that time as seriously as you protect work time. Schedule time for your family, your hobbies, your health, for fun and adventure. Do not wait until you retire to enjoy life. Enjoy life while building success. How much time do you dedicate to work? How much time do you dedicate to living well? If all your time goes to work and responsibilities, your life is out of balance. You are building a successful career on top of a miserable life. That structure will eventually collapse. You will never reach the end of your life and wish you had spent more time at the office. You will wish you had spent more time with people you love, doing things that made you feel alive. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. And wisdom is designing a life where success and happiness grow together. Lead yourself first. This is the foundation of everything. Before you try to lead others, master yourself. Before you try to change the world, change yourself. Before you chase success outside, build success inside. These 12 lessons are not theory. They are proven principles that have transformed millions of lives. But principles only work if you work them. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is only potential power. Applied knowledge is power. So now you have a choice. You can read these lessons and do nothing, and your life will stay exactly the same. Or you can choose one lesson, apply it today, and begin the journey of becoming someone who leads themselves well. The world does not need more people with big dreams and weak discipline. The world needs people who can lead themselves first, and through that self-leadership, inspire others to do the same. Lead yourself first. Everything else will follow. If this message inspired you, subscribe and follow the channel for more. We are building a better version of ourselves together. See you in the next video.